Hi, this is an introduction to a program called ColorImpact. I'm making this for people in DeviantArt and a couple people on Facebook that I've mentioned this program to. Um, I've used this for many years off and on. What it basically does is, let's say you have a color. Let's say it's a color of a wall in your house. Um, let's say it's a color that you found on an image that you picked up on the internet, and you're looking for complementary colors to go with that base color. ColorImpact does this for you by using different formulas, color formulas that you choose in the program. And let me show you the program itself. I believe this cost $39. I'll post a link to the website. I don't know if they offer a free version or not, but you can always go find out. The version that I'm using is 3.1, and they've increased it to 4 point something or another, and it includes additional features that my version doesn't have, but my version is sufficient for introducing the program. So this is ColorImpact. Looks a lot like a lot of the Photoshop, PaintShop Pro type programs, except for you're not actually drawing anything. You're not editing pictures or anything like that in this program. Let's see. Over here to the left is where you pick your base color. This one looks sufficient, but I'll pick something else. Okay, so let's go with some kind of purple. Now, at this point, I'm in the main menu tab. I'm going to switch to color harmonies. And what it does is it opens up a color wheel where it shows your base color and then the color harmonies that go with this color. Down here, you choose your actual color harmony that you want. It gives you, what, 8, 9 different types. Let's try complementary. Complementary just gives you a complementary color, and then side ones, split, complement, triad, square. And as, let's say you choose a different base color, it gives you the square color harmonies based on that base color. Let's see, here's your red. Okay, so let's try rectangle. Rectangle 2, analogous. Analogous with complement, and hexad, which gives you a whole lot more. These are very saturated colors. Let me take it back a little bit. There. Okay. There's been many a times, I'm a graphic designer, and I have somewhat of an eye for color, but a lot of times I don't know why, but I can't. I'm off a little bit. I'll put something together based on a base color, and I want complements, and it's not. I don't know if it's my vision is going, but if you want complete accuracy on what's considered to be complementary colors, according to color formulas that are used in many different industries, then and you want absolute perfection with it, this is a really cool program to use. Now, let's say we want to remember some of these colors. I'm going to keep it at split complement. What I would do is I would drag colors over to this color palette, and it will save those colors for me so that I have access to them in different parts of the program, again, if I want to drag them back over and use them, or at this point I can export this palette and use it in Photoshop, PaintShop Pro, etc., even some animation programs. You can create more than one palette. So let's see. This gives you swatches. Yeah. Okay. Lots of things to play with. I can't say that I'm completely 100% familiar with this program. I use it for certain purposes, but it has other purposes. But it's not a program where it's easy to get confused. It's pretty simple. So let's go over to another tab, Advanced Color Wheel. As you can see with this particular tab for the color harmonies, you don't have many variations. You have your basic, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It splits everything up into 13, 14 different areas. Now you can, instead of looking at this as a color wheel, you can choose color circles, where it, let's use the hex add, and you can see what it does here. It will change the complements of that base and give you a different visual. Okay, so let's move out of here and go into the Advanced Color Wheel. In the Advanced Color Wheel, it gives you a whole lot more variations of the base color and the variations. So the variation types down here will allow for you to look at these in different spectrums, less saturated, more saturated. See how it gets a whole lot more intense from your base color in. Lighter will give you that color and bring it in lighter. And just like with all of the tabs, you can grab something that you see. Let's see, I like that right there. I'm going to grab it and put it in my palette. So also, if you want more segment, you want to see more variation or less, you can do things like this. Add more rings. And this only goes up to 12, but the segments you can bring in more. So you're just getting more variations. If you want to see your base color faded, the reason why a program like this is so essential, and I really wish, I suppose there's plugins for Photoshop that do something similar, but this is standalone, and I like it because it's a separate process. But typically what you would need to do, if you wanted more variation, is you'd have to go over to your rainbow controller and pick and hope that you get the exact color or variation of color that you want. You'd have to keep clicking and get and choose dials to dial back on darkness and saturation. With this, you can get a visual of a slow descent or ascent of saturation, or light to dark, or cool to warm, which I use a lot. So it'd be cooler. So more saturated and dark. See, that's really nice. That gives you a little bit more control. So I'm going to switch this back to lighter and look at some of these other areas of the program. Color formula. Now this is really nice. The color formula tab displays different color formulas, and this is based on, I don't know what the science is exactly, but there's many books out on color theory color formulas. ColorImpact actually sells a book themselves, and they also have links of very popular books on color formulas. Well, what this does is it takes those formulas and it shows you shows you them in this area, the main ones. Let's try complex 1. Now, see, this is perfect because what happens with me a lot when I do design work. Let's say I'm making a website, and my client likes this tomato red, or whatever you want to call this, pinkish red. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. Well, that's what I'm going to feature as the main color on the website. But I can't make it monocolored. I need to have complementary colors to go with it. Now, I could go back and use the advanced color wheel or the color harmonies to pick and kind of guess at what goes with what. This is somebody else or a group of people over the years who have decided this is what most people choose as what complements certain colors with other colors, and gives you different ways of the different complementary formulas. So this would be a triad. This is our base color. Our base color, really, look at that. It looks pink against those other colors, but oh, that definitely changed that. I see. I see what's going on. That is a change. That's not the same color. That is not our base. What happened? We can't do that. Okay. I suppose what complex does is it scratches your base color and makes this color formula, all these colors match this color for complements. I don't know why it takes the base out, but the rest of these don't. There's a tetrad 2. This color formula uses only the hue and saturation values of the base color. Each color is available in 4 variations with different brightness. Pick one color as your main color and use one or more colors from each group for accent. I see. So that's pretty cool. So this complex formula creates a palette of rich color 60 degrees apart on the color wheel. These colors usually match well. Let the base color dominate and use small amounts of other colors for accents. Huh. Okay. How about hue increment by 10 degrees? So that's what this section does. And if you play with it long enough, you start seeing the value of it more and more. Contrast, and there's only 2 in that one. So if I was putting together a website and somebody really, really, really liked this pink, and I got the idea from them that, they wanted a more saturated site, a more rich site, I might choose this square 2 formula for the rest of the colors that go with it. So there you go. And then at any point you can, let's change our base color to this blue. To drag this over. You can remove some of the colors from the palette, dragging them over. Let's say I like this combination here, a darker blue to go with our light base blue, and I want to add a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and for whatever project I'm working on, I'm like, okay, yep, those 4 colors together is what I want. Personally, I think they're horrid, but that's basically how I would match colors here. Let's try some of this other stuff. Color variation. Yeah, so this would take, let's match these up. And add our fourth color in here too. Yep. So this gives you variations of, right now we're on lighter, it's going from dark to light. Let's try warmer. So that's what it's doing. It's taking this and it's going more warm with each of these colors. Change the steps on it. And once again, I mean, you're looking at more and more variations of color. You see something that you like that complements or goes with some of these other colors, you can grab that, drag it over, and you got another color to go with your palette. Variation strength. You see what it does. It just adds more warmth to this. Color blender. I haven't looked at this too much, but let's add some more steps to this. And I'm going to back off on the noise for now. And so what we have here for our start color, we want our start color to be this base that we started with. And let's say we want the end color to be the last color we dropped in the palette. And so it just gives you a stepped variation of let's see. Yeah, a mix from this color to this color. And then the noise, what the noise does is it just starts adding in what it perceives to be colors of this range from this color to this color to give you a little bit more variation. That's pretty cool, actually. Now this I don't mind. Now let's drag this over and this one too. There we go. So now I'm starting to like this palette a little bit more. I mean, the colors are probably a bit more saturated for most people's taste, but you know, whatever. Let's try this test pattern. Um, hmm. Oh yeah. So what this section does is it, if I can figure out how to work it, I think that you can actually bring in a picture at this point to, or use one of the ones that they have and test your colors that you have on your palette on it. Yes. So that base color, and let's make her jacket there, and our shirt that. Make her skin color. I guess you can't change your skin color. All right. I'm gonna drop that on her pants. And so I'm sure that there's better pictures here. Yeah, there's a web page. And somehow or another, I'm pretty sure you can bring in a picture. File import. No, that's not it. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, but you can test these colors on this website. Oh, I see. That's for text. If that's the case, we want it darker. Oh, and that's the background. I don't like that at all. Yeah, whatever. But still, it gives you a little bit of an idea of what your colors look like on websites, on images, basic shapes. Wonder what this does. Open test pattern folder. Oh, I see. Okay. So I suppose that's where you go to import the picture that you want to test your colors out on. So I don't want to get too far into that. It's a really cool program. I've used it a lot because, like I said, sometimes I blank on colors and can't figure out which ones I want to use, and this helps me put the pieces together. So give it a try. I believe, let's see, I can put it in this tutorial. Tigercolor.com is the website. I believe that they have some kind of special running too right now for the price of this. ColorImpact should be right now $40. That's not too bad. So that's it. Have fun.